Hey everyone, Neen here from the Hyperactive Bookworm, here to do another In the Car book review. Yes, I'm back in the car. I am back to a relatively normal, for me at least, life, and I can start doing reviews again. And look, hand still is on the wheel, okay? Anyway, so this book review is Gay the Prey Away by Natalie Naudus, read by Natalie Naudus, and I have so many feelings and emotions about this book. So many. I mean, I knew going into it that it would be intense. With my own history, I suspected it might be quite triggering. I did not grow up in the same religion or the same institute as the character in this book. I don't even know if that's a real institute. I have no idea. But there were so many similarities that sometimes I just had to pause it and just breathe, remind myself to breathe. But at the same time, oh my God, I never once wanted to not finish the book. I wanted to see a happy ending at the end, and honestly it felt so cathartic and therapeutic to know I'm not alone in that whole crisis of the whole religious trauma, and it was amazing. There were so many truly beautiful lines in this book, and I was blown away by it. I loved the sweetness and that romance, and oh my gosh, the time in the hotel was just absolutely beautiful and adorable. Yes, it is a young adult romance, coming of age, discovering oneself, and it just hit. Now, I thought I was doing really well, and I was like, yep, and I kept anticipating something really bad happening. It was building up, and something did happen, and I was like, yep, okay. I almost feel relieved knowing it now, because like, yep, cool. But then about, I don't know, half an hour toward the end, I was just a mess. I was such a mess. All the emotions, all the feels. I was bawling. I hadn't expected to have such a strong reaction to a few things that happened and a few things that were said, but oh, it hit so full on, and it was one of the most therapeutic reads I've ever had, really. It was amazing, and it was beautiful, and there were laugh out loud moments, as well as I want to just these characters, they just and just feeling Valerie's frustration and pain and just all that build up. It was absolutely beautiful. So if you do have a history of religious trauma, just be aware that it may be a little triggering, but even for me, like, I'm so glad I read it. I am so grateful and glad I read it. And one of the main themes that, well, not main themes, but one of the things that came out of it, and it is mentioned more than once, it's only mentioned a few times, but it really hit for me, is when the characters were like, oh, I don't really have anything to complain about because other people have it worse. And the other character kind of saying, you can acknowledge that there are other kinds of pains in the world without, like, getting rid of your own pain. Like, your pain is still valid. It's not a comparison. And it's not that I haven't heard these things before, but it was just so beautifully said and done and worded, and I loved the two main characters. yeah, I absolutely thought it was wonderful, and I can't, I will eventually have to get a paperback of it as well, but of course, you know, I had to listen to it because it was Natalie Naudus, but having it actually be her book as well is just fantastic and like amazing. So congratulations on your debut, Natalie. It's a beautiful book. It is heart-wrenching and beautiful and so many wonderful things. So yes, go check it out, guys. It is Gay the Pray Away. Thanks, y'all.